All right, welcome in, boys. We are live, NBA Live line for the NBA Finals. First game that we've done it, all NBA Finals. Obviously, you recognize somebody here. Spread was on this YouTube channel for 3 years. My guy Spread's with me, and a face that you should be familiar with. He's been on Sports Grid forever. He's over at FTN now. He's my guy, Dane Martinez, who is going to be doing a show once a week on our YouTube channel. Probably in-game MLB once a week during the summer just to have some kind of content. Probably him and Kush, who is always fashionably late. He'll be here soon. But what's going on, boys? Dane, Spread, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. When the game's alive, so are we. I love this because, to be quite honest, I think live betting in basketball is really the best place to do it. Inherently, basketball is a game of runs, right? And so there provides so many different opportunities. And quite frankly, the way this game is shaping up, with it only being a 5-point game at halftime, I believe, matter of fact, I will promise you, we will get plus money on the money line of both teams. We'll get middles. We'll get both teams at plus 3.5 at least. So it's going to be fun here for the second half. Definitely a lot of opportunity.
For sure. Kush, how are you, my guy?
Are we on the air or are we just hanging out?
No, we decided to hang out tonight, just the four of us. Yeah, we're on the air, bro. We're on the air.
What's up, boys? It's wonderful to see you, Kegger. It's been a long time. I love the landing strip down your chin. Spread Astaire, my old friend. Wonderful to see you as always. And Dane Martinez. How the hell are you, man? It's been a while.
It has. Doing well. What's going on with you, Holden?
Just watch a little NBA Finals, and that's about it. Just wigging out to Spread Astaire's background.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Yeah, there you go, Holden.
I don't even know.
At least I do
that. So, boys, let's start looking into this. I think Bruce Brown's going to score some points in the second half because Michael Porter Jr. is fucking washed right now in this series.
So that's where I was going to go to, Holden. You know, so far, all of Denver has been, Murray and Jokic, right? So they're hanging lines right now. Murray has like 20 in the first half, and they're hanging 31.5 for his total, right? Mm-hmm. So they think he's going to slow down. And then you talk about guys like Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. as well. They're not doing anything, and they're hanging lines of like 8.5 or 9.5 for them. So that's what I would throw out to you guys. Like, do you see in the second half the balance of scoring shifting away from Jamal Murray and onto some of these secondary role players or not? Because either way, if you plant the flag on that, you have good numbers here, either thinking Murray will slow down or stay there, or will these role players kind of get to double digits in the second half? That's where I would go first, looking at some of these live lines.
When you're talking about Jamal Murray, I think that goes for how you see the second half. Do you think the Nuggets hold on here? If you like the Nuggets to win the game, which I do, I think Jamal Murray is going to be a big part of that. So I like going for his overs. It'll be interesting to see. MPJ, Michael Malone, he's shown he's got a short leash with these guys. Even with Jokic when he was developing him, he's definitely a tough love kind of coach. I think that Malone did not like what he sees. I mean, you see that he only got 12 minutes in the first half. That's going to go ahead and tell you something. So I'm fine to keep going with what I've seen so far. That's going lower on Porter because I think he's in the doghouse. And I'm going to go over on Murray because I like the Nuggets to get things done here in the second half.
Yeah, and, kind of in crunch time as well, the ball's going to be in Murray's hands. They're going to continue to run that pick and roll, right? And it seems like they've been saying here they're going to play Jokic kind of singled up. They're going to let him, turn him into a scorer. But it's really Murray who has the ball in his hands first. And I'm kind of with you, Spread. To me, this 31.5 is something to attack because the man is also drilling threes left and right, pure with his stroke, and that's not going to change. The usage rate will still be there. So I'm kind of with you. I like this over 31.5 for Murray. You feel the same way about it, Holden?
I would, if you're gonna go that, I might as well just take the 32.5 at plus money. So
yeah, I agree.
One thing about Jamal Murray, I'm not gonna bet it. I know what I'm betting.
You can put him in for between 50 to 70 fantasy points a night, right? I mean, he's just steady as a rock. Murray is a penny stock, right? Some days he's sky high, some days he's down low. From what I've seen so far, we're catching him on a sky high day. I say we keep riding it.
He's also getting into the paint in this game, which is interesting. They're getting him down deeper. I think that's just even more shot attempts for him. I think we're all on the same page here, taking some of these Murray overs.
Well, I have a question, Fred. What in terms of shot equity? What is Jamal Murray in terms of 3-point field goals as opposed to 2-point field goals? Because you can get over 4.5 at +110. He's got 3 right now. So how many threes do you think he's good for in the second half?
Well,
I think they're correlated, but Tyler's been doing that a lot too, where he takes my point props at minus money and then goes ahead and plays the 3-point prop at over, plus money. So I think that's a good way to get a correlated bet. If you don't have it, play the points, but that 3-point prop might be better. I mean, they're completely correlated. He's not going to go over 32 without
getting 2 more threes.
Yeah.
Did everybody in this game have the Nugs going into the game?
Yes.
I did. Yeah. I mean, for me, the difference was Miami shot the lights out in game 2. They shot like 50% from beyond the arc. And even still, they eke out a kind of 3-point win. I don't know that that's sustainable. I'll look at the numbers so far here in game 3, but I just don't think they need to give their best effort. Even at home, I don't think it's going to happen. So, yeah, I'm on Denver in this one. Okay.
That's fair.
My halftime bet's going to be Bruce Brown over 10.5. See the juice. It was 113 at BetMGM. You might want to shop around. It's not on Rivers. 10.5 minus 113. He's sitting at 5 right now. He's not even shooting the ball that well. He's got a 3. He's 1 for 4 from the field. And more importantly, he's played 13 minutes. So it's Murray, it's Jokic, and then Gordon's got 17 minutes, and Brown and Porter each have 13 minutes. And I don't see Porter turning things around anytime soon. He looks like garbage. They're going to need a spark. I think Bruce Brown's going to be that guy. I like Christian Brown too. I don't see any of his props, guys. But that's where I'm sitting at right now. Let's go.
All right. So Jamal Murray over 31.5 and Bruce Brown over 10.5 at minus 113.
Hold on one sec.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what it is. Because if he betted at BetMGM, then
the threes you can get at plus money. It's over, at least on FanDuel, it's over 4.5. That's at plus money. And I think spread is absolutely right. The correlation is there. Right?
It's plus. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean that up, Dane. Plus 1.
What?
The fuck was it at?
Plus 116.
120. Plus 120.
Yeah, I got the threes at plus 116 over at FanDuel right now. But either way, if the points are at your standard kind of minus 112, whatever it is, I like the threes even better because I'm with the correlation that spread's talking about.
All right, I'll put it at the bottom.
So mine will be Bruce Brown. It's plus 110, Dane. The official play is Bruce Brown plus 110 over 10.5 points.
All right, fair enough. My official play is Jamal Murray threes along with spread, and there's a universe where that can all happen, right? You were talking about also spread fading to Michael Porter, thinking he's in the doghouse. What about a guy like Aaron Gordon?
Aaron Gordon's been efficient so far in this series. The question is he hasn't been getting the usage, right? I mean, he should have gone over in game 2. He's set at 12.5. He landed on 12 on 5 of 7 from the field, right? 70% from the field, but you don't go over your point prop. That doesn't happen very often. So that's a concern for me here. And I see that once again, he's not getting usage tonight. He's a guy that can really fall into his role of being that defensive stopper, being the role player, being the cleanup man, so to speak, and not always looking for a shot. That's what I've seen from him so far. If I went somewhere with Gordon, give me some of these peripherals. Let me look at these assists. Let me look at these rebounds. I don't think points is the way to go with Gordon.
So the rebound numbers are really interesting, spread, and I think you're right here. Aaron Gordon has 6 already, and some places I'm seeing 8.5. It's heavily juiced, so I don't know if you want to do that. But you're also seeing Jokic with 12 boards already, and they're hanging 18.5. Like, there's a lot of juice left in the orange here to squeeze for some of these guys. They're only hanging 2.5 more for Gordon and 6.5 more for Jokic. So I don't know where they think the rebounds on the Denver side is going to come. I see a universe where both of them can get over their live number.
I think it's just correlated to their pregame price, right? They just They're not right. I mean, there's not a guy hand calculating all of these. It's an algorithm, and that might be a weakness in the algorithm when someone completely goes over what they expected. Jokic's rebounding number for the game was 11.5, right? So that algorithm's thrown off because it projected 11.5 rebounds.
So they don't know where to go with it.
Yeah.
What's he average on the year spread?
12.9, but in the playoffs, it's been a little lower.
Yeah, the Michael Porter Jr. rebound prop, at least pregame. I'm not talking about taking it right now, but that has been a gold mine. They've been hanging 5.5, 6.5, and Porter Jr. has been the second biggest rebounder for the Nuggets side. He's cashed that a number of times. But I think you're right, Spread. Looking at the live lines here, they don't have the bandwidth at the book, right, to kind of be on top of it, kind of in the same way that we are. So I do think that's part of why I love the live betting. Because you can catch them on stuff like this. Do you think that both Gordon and Jokic are decent plays on the rebound side?
I like Jokic even more, but I think they both are. But let's say, there's a guy and they don't want to bet 10 bets of what we're all talking about at halftime. I think I like Jokic a little more.
What about you, Holden?
As far as rebounds go, I'm not going to bet anything else. I wish, if you didn't, and you did want to bet, if you wanted to back any Bruce Brown, I should have said this earlier. You probably want to bet it at the first break because he likely won't start the second half. Here's my problem now, though, is that I'm streaming at this point of the year. Keg, you're going to know this too. NFL season, we can only stream these games.
You don't have an antenna?
I know.
And it's going to make it difficult.
You're that much behind.
Live.
Yeah, we're gonna lose like an extra 30 seconds probably.
Well, we're gonna have to bet during breaks only. I think that's really the thing, and I've been a little hesitant during the finals to bet while the game's on my TV because it's like 45 seconds behind.
You don't have an antenna, Holden?
What the fuck are you talking about? An antenna?
Rabbit ears.
What's an antenna?
I really watch these on the antenna for the finals. ABC.
Do you really watch these on the antennas?
Because it's fast. That's the only time ever I was ahead of Keg when we would do the shows together is when they were on ABC and I was on my antenna because my cable had a big delay compared to what his cable had.
Then I'm going to get an antenna for NFL season, but we're screwed on the Sunday ticket.
You should definitely get it. If you're going to live bet some Denver games. Let me ask you guys about this total. We had 101 points in the first half. I'm looking at 103.5. That will get us at 204.5. Oh, is this second half starting? Because it just went off the board. But my idea here is that it was 214.5. I see 207 now, so it's adjusted a little. If this game stays close, I think they're going to foul their way over here. I kind of like the second half over.
Do you think the pace gets dramatically slower, though, in the fourth quarter if it's still tight? Like, we're not going to see this end-to-end action. I hear you on the foul shots, but what about possessions getting milked a little bit more like 90s Eastern Conference basketball if it stays close?
Yeah. I mean, that's true. It's down to 205 right now, so we're live. This line is moving. We'll keep an eye on that total. Good point there. And it has been physical so far. Maybe these guys' legs give out a little bit in the second half because this is not right. Unfortunately, I grind NBA all year and I sit through these slogs of the games in December and January, and this is 10 times more physical. These guys' bodies hold up as well?
What was the pregame close? Like 214?
I saw 213 on the number. It started 214 and a half, and it went down. I saw it go down a point and a half. I think it closed at 213 on the number.
Game one, they couldn't make anything from three. The game goes under, right? Game two just squeaks over. And right now, they're on pace for right around, just under the total?
Yeah, the total live is dropping also. To your point here, Spread, now, and I'm looking at FanDuel primarily, that's down now for the game down to 201.5. So it's even dropped 5 points.
Once it gets below 200, it's going to be tough not to take.
Right. So where's the threshold? What are you looking for, Spread? You're looking for around 200, and then you hop over it?
Yeah, I mean, but we'll keep watching. That's you talked about great things about live betting. You don't have to get married to your take, right? Let's say we keep watching. You know what? This one might stay under.
So let me ask you something else conceptually, Spread, because Do you go middle hunting here? You know, do you wait to get it, and then when we get a little run, if it goes back up to 208, will you try and play that?
Yes.
Try and play that middle.
Exactly,
And how
I
big
would.
of a middle is big enough for you to take it? 8 points.
In the regular season, I would look between like 10 to 12, but because
Okay.
it's a finals game and I don't think the variance is high, I think 7 to 8 is a good fine number. I mean, the worst you're going to lose is your juice. So
Right.
That's the best thing about the middle hunting, right? Is that your chances of success are just so much higher.
Right.
I don't know where you guys are at. I'm at about 10-18 right now on my stream. So
I'm
since
at
I'm in my other room, I don't.
9:56.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a
So I'm
little
not
ahead.
watching on the antenna right now because
You're at 9:56 watching television right now.
I am watching YouTube TV on my iPad.
Oh wow!
And I am at 9:56. There's a foul call.
All right.
Dead ball at 9:56. Murray got fouled on a rebound.
What are you at?
My cable company in the last month has lost about 25 seconds of broadcast.
What are you at, Keg? Where are you right now?
Now I'm at 9:56, but when he said that, I was at 10:15.
Yeah,
I know what happens after the jump ball.
Yeah.
What's up, Spread? Where are you?
I'm probably about right with Keg.
Oh fuck!
They're lining up
All
for
right,
that
so
dead
there's
ball
a
right now.
timeout.
But I'm not on the rabbit ears here because the rabbit ears is in the other room. I'm just on my two screens and I'm streaming it.
All right.
So
Well,
we
I'll
got
try
a dead
not
ball
to
here.
react to anything.
Oh, we don't care.
We got a dead ball now at 9:47. Gordon put one down after the jump ball there. So
Look
we're
at
sitting at
ours.
now.
Keg.
That's funny. We talked about Gordon and I was worried about him and he's got 4 points already, right?
So we got a dead ball here. This is something I think is interesting. Denver went on a nice little run to start the third. It's an 11-point game, 59-48. The live line has Miami at 8 plus 8.5. I mean, if like you were saying, Spread, if you think this game kind of does stay close, is kind of nip and tuck the whole way, 8.5. Would you take that, or would you wait and see how this third quarter plays out a little bit more? Because I believe Miami has a run in them.
I think 8.5 is pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
Is Miami, did they get blown out? I mean, they simply don't.
Even if it looks like they do, then Duncan Robinson's just going to hit 3 threes all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah. And Miami's 10-3 in the second half against the spread in the 13 playoff games, right?
This little mini run, I think, is a nice opportunity here. You can get Miami coming back plus 8.5.
I got plus 8, but yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind 8.5, I guess.
I'll jump
Kush,
in
you
on
with
it.
us?
I'm going to hit it right now.
I'm greedy, though. Can I get double digits? Why can't I get double digits?
You
I mean, all
can,
you need is
but it
one
could
more.
also just fall to 5.5 real quick.
We're 1 minute into the third quarter. 2 minutes.
What did it remove you on me? Oh, no, it just changed the same.
Kush.
I love the chat giving me records, 8 tracks, and a Walkman.
Kush, I checked my bank account for royalties from the Kush the Mush segments on Twitter, and I don't see anything in my bank account, bro. You took my voice and put a wig on it.
I disagree.
Yeah, what's up?
See, now that's the voice I do.
Yeah.
Much lower octaves than yours.
By the way, over a month ago, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I just want you to
Why?
know that.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Why?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Because I think it's going to kill me if I keep doing it. That's why.
There's a lot of other shit that you think might kill you that you're continuing to do, though, okay?
You want a golden whale dick play, Tim? I mean, I don't know if I can give you. Hold on, let me see if I can find big enough odds for a golden big dick whale cock play. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure I can live up to this one. There's nothing minus 750 or better. So sorry, buddy. Sorry, Tim. You're not getting a golden whale cock play.
Can't do
Maybe
over 171 or something.
Yeah, if the Nuggets get a 12-point lead, maybe we can get the Heat, or maybe we can get the Nuggets around minus 750. What's the score right now?
If they're up by
Denver's up
11.
So they're going to
Now
need to get
9.
up by 15. Probably.
Did you guys bet any MLB today or tonight?
Yes. Yes, I did, Keg.
Games currently happening.
Anything currently happening? Let's go look at the board,
I
Keg.
don't want you to tell me about the winners you've already hit, Kush.
Well, there's never winners, buddy. There's never winners. Where are we with the Rangers and the Cardinals? Are the Rangers tonight?
That's zip in the 7th.
Okay. That's an interesting one. So we had
It's locked
Rangers,
right now. I'd be interested in the live total in that one.
Yeah. And that's, I think, the last. Everything else is already done. So, yeah, that's it. Cardinals, Rangers out there.
Fair enough.
So check this out. I know my feed is ahead of people or whatever, but Miami 2 quick buckets, and it's down to 5.5, now 6.5 already on FanDuel after the timeout.
I don't know who that. I just saw that pass and easy bucket there by Butler. Let's see how Denver responds.
And the Cards just got to run. Fucking shit.
Oh, that's why it was off the board.
That's why I was locked. Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up. Keg the Mush. Thank you for bringing up baseball. By the way, when did you shave your beard into a landing strip? How long has that been for?
Listen, man. The
Little
face,
flavor
I'm
saver.
down, Kush. I'm down 75 pounds, bro.
How have you done
not
that?
notice?
That was all in his beard. It was all the
How
beard.
have you done it?
Intermittent fasting, and I walk. That's it, basically.
Oh, you walk?
Yeah, I
How
walk
far
Walking's
do you
good.
walk?
a couple miles, and then
Really?
I have a county park. Yeah, I have a county park that's like within a mile from my house. So I just drive to the park and I walk.
Is it a
But,
stroll?
Wait, why
or
don't
like
you
a real
walk to
walk?
the park? What do you mean you drive to the park?
Oh no,
Doesn't that
no,
defeat
no!
the
I'll tell
purpose?
you why. I thought
What are
about
you
this.
talking about?
I thought about this. If I walk to the park and back, it's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 miles. That's too many miles. I'm walking to the park, I'm driving to the park, putting the work in, and I'm driving home. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a closer park? Is there a park that's a little closer?
There is a park that's a little closer, but it's not worth going to. It's not a big county park. So I'm going to the big county park, and I don't eat all that much lately. But hey, man, the weight's coming off. The weight is coming off.
Yeah, great
gotta
work, man.
test
That's
something,
fantastic.
Keg.
Good stuff, Keg.
Keg,
Spread,
I gotta test it.
I thought about you, Spread. Fucking in the hills of California, hiking every day, making me look bad. I had to get moving, bro. I had to get moving.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Keg,
it's the
here's
best
what
way
I
to
want you
lose
to
weight,
say
too.
right now. Keg, say, I'm Kush the Mush. Say it. Then your normal voice.
I'm Kush the Mush.
Okay, now let's listen. This doesn't sound anything like you. That sounds nothing like you.
It's kind of close,
Nothing.
bro.
Spread. Does that sound anything like Keg?
I'll pull tape from when you used to come on my show and
Not
do
even
that
close.
exact impression.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
See how I get treated? You forget about me. I'm not around anymore. You forget about me.
Wasn't that during the pandemic when all of us were eating like 7 to 12 tins of edibles a night?
Yes, it was.
How am I supposed to remember any of that? That's the craziest
I like
thing.
how you act like everything's so much different for you now. Like you're not doing that still.
It is. I'm like not even an edible in. And the other thing is,
Yeah, I can tell you're still talking.
I look back fondly on those days too, because it's like we were our only connection to the outside world. Like I literally was not leaving the house. I just had my kids come over, and then at night I'd just hang out by myself every night. And that was it. Everybody was locked down. So we all made friends. It was pretty cool. I mean, it sucked, but it was also cool. We had good times.
Yeah, we did.
Can we get Porter out of there too? But it's enough. Just get him out. No more MPJ.
Is that rebound number going
And
down?
after game one, when he really looked like he had turned the corner, and he was going to fulfill his potential because the shooting's going to come and go, but to be a quality player, you need to be able to do the other things. And with his athleticism, he's not going to be a lockdown defender, but he shouldn't be targeted. But boy, it looks like Michael Porter Jr. is finally all coming together. And then to see him fall behind in what we've seen so far is really disappointing. But these players are coming into the league younger. We've seen some inconsistent performances from other guys we consider stars, right? I mean, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, right? I mean, he's not the only guy under 25 struggling with consistency. But, yeah, really disappointed. And if we would have been getting game one, Porter, so far, Holden, Denver would be up by 15 right now with the 2-0 lead.
Kevin Love legit has salt and pepper hair. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
It's
that's
sexy.
like YMCA men's league right there.
It's sexy. Ladies love it. By the way, who said there was a home run in the Cardinals game?
Not me.
Phyllis says he's seeing nothing.
Oh, okay.
I
Now
still
check
see
the next
nothing too.
But someone was fucking with us. Who was
I
it?
still see zip. Now it's in the top
Team
of the
Destiny.
8th. Oh no, 1-0.
Okay.
And this is interesting. 1-0, and they're hanging 1.5 as the live total.
Wow.
What inning is it?
It's bottom 8. So we only got potentially, you only got 9 outs left still potentially. But
If I already wasn't
But
in
that's still
this, I
interesting.
might even bet him live. Shit, I might. Plus 510. I mean, how is that? I got to bet that.
I think we're going to be able to get a solid number on Denver. I mean,
I got to
Miami.
beat the number.
Yeah, I mean, what's the number right now?
I'm betting the number. It's plus 510 on the Rangers.
Keg, you wanted double digits? You officially have it. I'm seeing it now because I don't know what your stream says, but Denver just hit another 3. They're up 13 at 73-60.
Yeah.
And you got a 10.5, and you got a 10.5 number. So now the fact that I took it at 8.5, you were right. We could have waited and he got even more.
Spread. Is
Yeah, I
Denver
still haven't
just
even
gonna-
gotten in yet.
Are they going to roll this team, Spread?
I don't think so. Miami never gives up.
Yeah, the fourth quarters, they've been a lot better. The only reason they're alive is because they played better in the fourth quarter last game, and they outscored them in the other game. So, actually,
Nuggets
I've
have
seen
dominated the first 3 quarters, both games.
Yeah.
I might want to hit I mean, that's quite the middle, 2.5 and 11.5.
Yeah, that's a great middle.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that where you're on already? 2.5?
If you
He's
took
on
the
minus
2.5
2.5,
pregame,
right?
right? Or something like that.
Oh, I'd probably
2.5 pre-flop, and then here 12 live. How do we not?
I
bet
would
that?
start looking, like, keep an eye on it. If you can get a couple more points, that would be great. But 10-point middle's pretty solid in the NBA.
And also, we were talking about this before. Aaron Gordon, 9 rebounds already. Nikola Jokic, 15 rebounds already.
Yeah.
How many assists does he have? I need him to get a triple-double.
Does he?
Who, Jokic? He will. He had like 7 in the first half. So let's see. Jokic
Yeah,
is at
sometimes he just will go on droughts and they'll take it away from him and he won't even do it. So
8. He's at 8.
We should
He's
have
at
taken
8?
both those rebound props.
that's
I
fine.
told you guys, I was like, there's a universe where they both go over.
I know, but
Spread said he
how many times does somebody have 12 boards in the first half and have like 2 in the second half? It happens all the time in the NBA, man. So
It does.
much.
But my thing is, if they were going to undersell both of those two, like, who else was going to be boarding for Denver? You know what I mean? And you guys think MPJs in the doghouse won't even maybe get as many minutes, right? So I thought they naturally would fall to both Gordon and Jokic. And here we are. Here we are now. Let's see.
Well, I know I'm behind you, but if Jokic is going to be able to work in the post against Kyle Lowry, that plus 12 might not be good because that's not the matchup Miami wants. I understand, hey, don't let the other guys do anything, but I mean, come on, guys.
What's the crazy stat? Like they're winless in the games that he has 40 or more, I think.
But
in the
that
playoffs.
happened. That we were talking about this today. I did 2 NBA shows already today, and everyone said, "Oh, let Jokic get his and let the rest of the guys." That's not universal to Jokic. There's many teams that this happens against, right? Where they say, "Hey, we're just going to let the best guy because we got guys like especially these guys that are under 25, like Michael Porter Jr. When they don't see the ball go through the basket on their own, they get kind of lethargic in every other aspect of the game. It takes a real veteran to go out there and give 100%, right? Hey, credit to Bruce Brown, right? No matter what, to be doing this all the time. So it's not just, there's to be a lot of guys like that where their best statistical nights aren't going to equal wins for their teams because it simply means that they've taken away everything else from the other four guys. And, as much as ESPN hates to admit it, basketball is a team game, right? I mean, they want to put Jokic and Jimmy on there like we're watching a one-on-one game. But that's not the case. And we'll see. It's Denver continues to get quality shots here in the second half. So can the Heat's fourth quarter magic happen again? I mean, if I hadn't seen the first two games, I would say no, just from what we watched tonight, right? If this was game one, I'd say, oh, man, I don't know if the Heat have any answers because, they let Jokic distribute in game one. They got the win. They let him score in game two. And then the Heat bounced back. But remember, they only won by 3 in that game, and Jamal Murray had a shot here. As I'm watching now, that idea of, hey, just let Jokic score and everything will fall into place, that's not happening. The fact they only have 62 points is the main reason, though.
So a little update for you guys. Aaron Gordon, 9 boards. Nikola Jokic, 17 boards already at this point. So I think at this point it's safe that they both went over that halftime number that we were giving out.
Yeah, I don't think they can properly adjust when we have those outlier numbers.
Right.
You think Murray or Jimmy Butler could finish this game the leading scorer?
Let me look at the box score.
Jokic has 26. Murray has 22 and Jimmy has 23, right? Right now, Jamal Murray to be the leading scorer at the end of this game is 4-1. Jimmy Butler to be the leading scorer at the end of this game, basically 4-1. Jokic is minus 200.
I think that's properly priced because if they're going to continue to play the strategy where they're just going to switch everything and let Jokic work against smaller people that aren't named Bam Adebayo, he's just going to continue to get easy looks. I mean, he's already dangerous with that floater against guys his size.
Yeah.
Now you're letting him shoot floaters and get in the pace against Kyle Lowry and Max Strus. I mean,
and that's part of the problem with Jokic inherently, right? Like, you can't switch when they run the pick and roll with Murray because if you do, you wind up with someone way too small. Jokic just backs him down, does that little jump hook. That's why I do think the Heat are going to go back to the zone. I'd love to get your thoughts on that because
I don't think you can play zone against Jokic though because he's too good as a passer,
making plays in the middle.
That's why I think the only time that we've really seen the zone work so far is when he's been on the bench. And you take away one of Miami's best strategical moves that Spoelstra's did, his ability to really sprinkle that zone against the Celtics. And it was funny how he was doing it, right? It almost like the script that these guys use in the NFL, right? Oh, I'll play it in the first and third. And I'll play, man-to-man, second and fourth, right? And they can't vary the look because Jokic is going to eat that zone apart. They can only do it when he's on the bench. Now, Holden, the rotation better than I. We're going to get some Jokic bench minutes coming right out of this fourth quarter, though, right? He's not going to start this fourth.
Well,
right?
Usually he's sitting right around now. So, yeah, he'll sit coming out, and then he'll definitely sit at the start of the second. I mean, they're up by what?
Let's see if they switch to that zone right now because I think it's the only viable when he's not in the game.
I hear you, but the one thing I would say back is that Denver initiates so many possessions with that Murray Jokic pick and roll, and the screen off it. And in the zone, that kind of renders that not moot, but you kind of have to do a little bit more, than when they're in the zone. And that is something, even when Jokic is on the floor, that I think at least forces Denver to think about how they're going to initiate their offense differently.
I think it's just so tough for Miami, though, because other than Love or Bam, it's just too easy a matchup there. And it's just too easy to manipulate the zone to where Jokic is getting one of those advantage matchups. And I'm trying to think, and I don't like to do superlatives with these players compared to the ones I watched when I was growing up, but I've never seen anyone so money in the paint. For Jokic, being in the paint is just like for anyone else a layup. I mean, it seems like he's like 70 or 75%, just anywhere in the paint. If he has 1 foot in the paint, it just seems so high, which is why I think it's tough to use anyone that can't get a proper contest against him.
They're showing it right now. He's 5 of 5 from the floor in the third quarter. 10 of 15 for the game.
Yeah. And I see, so I'm at 147. I see that he's still in there. I think he's going to get a little rest here to start the fourth. And I want to see if Miami's going to make a run. I think that's when it is, right? They get a nice little 8-point spurt. Maybe Malone has to bring him off the bench a little early, but the way that he's playing tonight, and now you've given him this lead, this is a tough situation for the Miami Heat.
What about this, guys? The total, you were talking about it before. I mean, Miami has been, starving here in the third quarter, only still with 63 points. But the total now, guys, has gone below the 200, is at 198.5.
Yeah, but we're not in that close game range anymore where I want the over. Because I was thinking the fouls were what was going to get me there, right?
Yeah.
They're down by 5 and we can get 14 points in the last 70 seconds or something. And that doesn't seem to be the case tonight. And I'll even wonder, Spo's not he's waved the white flag before, right? As far as he doesn't run the guys into the ground in a loss. Of course, there's no real must wins until you're about to be eliminated. But assuming Denver holds on here, game 4 is essentially a must win. And I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see him just try and let some of these other guys get going without Jimmy or Bam out there, right? And just give them some reps, and maybe some guy, score 6 or 8 points in the last 2 minutes and get something they can build upon going into game 4.
This is only 1 day rest, guys. Only 1 day of rest between this game. It's the only time it happened in the series too. Spread. Good point.
I think if I'm Denver, that helps Denver. They have less time to get overconfident.
Who on Miami in the fourth quarter is going to start putting up threes?
Same guys. Caleb Martin, Strus, Robinson.
Yeah.
There are crazy specials on DraftKings for fourth quarter. Okay. I'm looking at them now. Jimmy Butler, 10 points in the fourth quarter, 28-1. Bam, 10 points in the fourth, 28-1. I'm looking for threes made.
But to Spread's point, Jimmy and Bam may be in warm-up clothes for half of the quarter.
Well, they won't go half the quarter. I say he won't wave the flag till 3 minutes to go. But when you're looking at props, right, and when we talk about daily fantasy, those 3 to 4 minutes can mean a lot.
Jokic, 10 points in the fourth quarter, 2-1. 10 points, 5 boards, 10-1.
That's great. Just at the price, right?
Right, 10-1.
Yeah.
He's probably going to get the boards, right? Think he's good for 10 in the fourth? I'm programmed to try to catch a price, man. Always.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to argue with those huge numbers. All right, so here we're on my stream. We're going into the fourth. Denver up by 14. Holden, I want to see. I think this is the time where 26-17. This is the time where Jokic gets some rest. If Miami's gonna make this a game,
gotta happen.
It's going to be at the beginning of this quarter.
Yep, 100%. And I mean it's got to be that Jokic is not starting the fourth quarter because usually we'll have taken a breath, but they did have a couple extra days off. This was another long wait. That being said, he doesn't have much time. How many minutes is Jokic at? He's going to be on the bench here. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's at 32 minutes.
32 minutes.
You know what, Jay? Because of that, can you get that prop after 3 minutes into the fourth quarter? Because it might drop a little.
That I'm not sure. What do you think about Jamal Murray to hit 2 fourth quarter threes and Strus to hit 1 at 11-1?
I'm worried about Murray because if they're going to just let Jokic work against guards, why would he
shooting
pass?
Like shit. Strus does not look good tonight either.
He's
I mean, none of them do. Strus 1 for 4 from 3. Vincent 1 for 4 from 3. I mean, Caleb Martin has 2. Robinson has 1, but none of them are really shooting. As a team, they're 8 for 24.
This is coming off what 2 50% games, so it's not necessarily that surprising. The thing is, the sample size is so small, right? It's not that it was implausible that they couldn't shoot for 50% for the rest of the series, but
well, it's really just game 2.
It was a major outlier.
Game 1, they won 13 to 39.
What they shoot game 1?
33%.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay,
it was that was the difference in game 2, and you're right. It was unsustainable.
It's the Christian Brown series, is what this is. This dude has 10 points tonight now.
Do they even put up numbers on him?
No.
Because usually it's just the 10 starters. I've seen them put up, at least hang numbers on some of the bench players, but I don't think they go into Christian Brown.
All right, who is he?
Like Bruce Brown and stuff up, and
why is he Team of Destiny sweating already? Relax, buddy. Relax.
Where is he sweating?
Brown did nothing. Murray did nothing. Brown has 10. That's the Brown points you want. It's all right. Actually, it'd be good if it was a blowout, because then Bruce Brown would play even more.
Play more.
It's written in the stars that Jokic is getting a chip this year. So I don't want a Heat Team of Destiny to get upset, but it's not looking.
I want to take my little kids to that parade. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Heat Team of Destiny, if you send me like a big poster board sign that says like Heat Team of Destiny, I will bring it to the championship parade.
Your ass. You will not.
I will. I'll absolutely hold it up for him.
Will you? Will it be sponsored by the Denver City Cast, that poster?
No, it will not be.
The Miami City Cast. Holden, we saw this from Denver. They can't do it again, right? Now, we're going to play.
Jokic is in, by the way, guys.
Wow.
Jokic is in to start the 4th. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
They want to put it on.
Malone's not messing around. Maybe he's hoping he can get those 4 minutes of rest at the end of the game. Holden, we saw this team be overconfident going into game 2 off that game 1 win. They can't do it again, right? They can't.
At least now they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
But Miami just forces you to play good basketball. You know, the Nuggets played probably 6 of their best quarters of the whole season over these last 2 games. Just the fourth quarters have kind of killed them. Mm-hmm. We'll see. This is the quarter that the Heat have really owned so far. So I'll be interested to see. This could backfire on Malone if they start coming back. Because then he's got to sit him. I mean, he's not going to play him 48 minutes tonight. Get him a couple here and there.
Maybe he's just leaving Jokic in, try to get the knockout blow now. You know, especially after he laid into them after game 2. So maybe this is kind of his, keep the foot on the gas pedal kind of move.
Yeah, Miami just.
And I don't see Porter Jr. out there, which is not necessarily surprising based on what we've seen so far. But boy, what a disappointing opportunity for this guy who really looked like he was going to make the league. And maybe he still can, right? Maybe he comes out game 4 and we see that game 1 version again. But as someone who's really rooting for him, I've been disappointed these last 2 games.
So do you think you take the Heat when they pull Jokic in this quarter spread?
Well, I mean, it depends on what number you get. You mean for the full game?
Yeah.
By that point, you may only get money lines. I mean, you may not.
He's not going to play 10 minutes straight. Is he in the 4th?
Jokic?
Especially after this being the shortest rest day, like you mentioned, Holden.
I don't know what Malone.
I guess the idea, though, is if you split in Miami, it doesn't matter.
This is also
you have to get it from here.
Interesting team on the floor because it's Jokic and Murray, and then bench guys Brown, and Green. So basically, the 3 guys he uses off the bench with the 2 starters. I wonder if he's still frustrated not only with Porter but with KCP too. KCP at least looks like he's given effort, but.
Yeah, I was going to say KCP hasn't been the same issue. It seems like he's just simply not good enough.
You're just not doing anything. Yeah.
Whereas, Porter, it's offensive, right? Especially as someone who was a tryhard when he played sports, right? Come on, guy, give some effort out there. Great point though about these guys. Although Bruce Brown, to me, although he's considered to be a bench player, is to me a starter, right? Because he plays so many minutes and he plays such a crucial role for this team.
Otter said, "Bro, he's playing the whole quarter. This is the KO punch."
Maybe.
Could be. He's got 19 boards though.
Yeah, he went over on both. Well, we
So
definitely
he went over on that one.
That was a great call there, and we definitely identified that. We'll have to keep that in mind.
So how many points does he have right now?
Jokic?
Yeah.
Jokic is 26. Murray is 24.
And
Butler has 26. So you were talking about Butler also leading the game.
I know I was, man. I hope Jokic finishes with the most points in this game. Or I'm gonna throw up.
So you don't lament the missed opportunity?
Yes.
That's the best thing about Jay. He'll finish the day like plus 19 units and won't end the show, and he's just talking about the one bet he didn't make.
Brett,
the ones you lose.
I stared at the ceiling on Saturday night spread for an hour and a half, and we made 8 units. Wow. And I stared at the ceiling. Missed opportunities are the worst, man.
I try not to think about them. I try to convince myself I'm happy that I was thinking on the right side, and that hey, I know what I'm doing here, even if I didn't place it.
All right, so we need Joker with an assist.
One more assist you need.
Nice to see if Bruce Brown got going. And then what do we need, Jamal? 2 threes for Jamal?
We still need Jamal, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, because he's still at 3. He's at 24 points. And that was really – we came out here. That was really one of the first things I put to you guys. Does Jamal stay hot, stay kind of – because what did he have, 20, 22 in the first half?
22. Yeah, 22.
And it's really, and we were wondering, right? Would it tail off, or would he still be kind of wearing that scoring hat the entire time? It turns out, like, not at this point, right? It's been more the Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon has. So we'll see if Murray has any more in him here with about 9.5 left to go.
I didn't think that was going to happen, but Otter might be right. He's not coming out here either with 9.5 to go.
This is
right?
fascinating.
Is he finally coming out?
Flying by.
No.
Oh.
He just got fouled. Jimmy's body language isn't that great right now either. I mean, that's what happens, I guess, when you're down 16.
Right.
At home. Yeah.
At home.
Jimmy Butler now plus 150 to be the leading scorer in this game.
Because eventually they will put Jokic to the bench.
Yeah. They've got about the same amount of points now. I think they both have 26.
What do you think? Now they just try and keep that 16-point lead and pull Jokic with like 5 minutes to go and then put him back in if necessary? I mean, I like the aggressive strategy from Malone, but I'm kind of confused as to how the rotation is going to finish up because I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, but they don't give a damn if they're up by 18 with 4 minutes left.
Yeah,
I think it's this knockout punch. That Otter over here is talking about in the chat. I think that's and he's on the line now. So Jokic is up to 30. Jokic is going to get that nice clean triple-double, and then maybe he'll get his time to sit, and they'll decide if they need to bring him back. He's at 30, 20, and 9.
Honestly, he is so good. He is so good. It's crazy. A fat white dude. Just like he's in the conversation for spread. Listen, me and you have been on the I don't care who watched LeBron play. There's only one greatest of all time. There will only ever be one greatest of all time. And it's Jordan if you grew up and you watched him play, right? Mm-hmm. But what Jokic is doing, bro, is fucking crazy. It's crazy, Spread. He should have been 3-time MVP. The only reason he's not is because they hate on him. He should have had 3. He should be 3-time consecutive, right?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like, what happens if he does this for another 3 years? At what point do you have to have the conversation? Like, is he the greatest offensive player or at least team player of all time? Does he
has
make
to
his
win
team
4
better?
titles in 4 years for us to say that?
But listen, I get that. I'm talking about the individual, though, not the team. Like, he is making an argument. Like, the kid, he's ridiculous. He's ridiculous.
Also, what it is, Keg, also is that he's like he makes the right basketball play every single time. You know what I mean? He doesn't care if he doesn't score. He doesn't care, if he doesn't get the spotlight. He's toiling away. A lot of people are just like learning about his game now, but he doesn't give a damn about all that. And even with the adulations you're talking about, he still doesn't give a damn. He's just going out and hooping.
Has there been another player that's been minus 200 to get a triple double every night?
I think Westbrook, when he had that string, was minus money for a while. Those seasons when he was averaging a triple double, I think there was times when he was minus money. I don't know if he was minus 200 though. But Westbrook is.
I know, like sometimes he's not minus 200. Sometimes he's like, I've seen you Holden have him at like minus 110 a lot. But sometimes he's like, he
was plus 20 tonight.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I don't like betting him under even money, but sometimes it's just gotten to a point now to where
he's just really
he breaks the rules. He breaks your betting rules. Just like he just does it. Now I don't know. Let's see if he gets one more assist. Christian Brown's just going ape shit though. This is as a Kansas guy.
I was gonna say you must be so happy right now.
So proud of him.
You're the host of the Denver City Cast, and a Kansas Jayhawk is unheralded Kansas Jayhawk is leading the way. And I did shows all morning, and I listened to a bunch of shows this afternoon, and I didn't hear a lot of talk about Christian Brown, right?
Right.
Yeah. Talk about coming out of left field here, right? You got to give the guy credit for showing up when it counts.
It's a 21.
Does he have more points than Michael Porter right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brown has 15.
Close.
He's the third leading scorer.
Porter only has 2 points. I mean, who saw that coming? That coming, right?
Only Jokic and Murray have more
shots. No.
Wow, they're up 21.
Yeah, it didn't.
So is he going to be in the game when he comes back? They got to give him some rest now, right?
It's a 21-point game. Well, he's still 1 assist shy. Watch them get him the 1 assist, and then he goes to the bench.
I don't think you care about triple doubles in the NBA.
Yeah, he don't give a shit about.
Is he going? Will he have a triple double in every single game of the playoffs this year?
He didn't in game 2.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And no, he did. He had a couple hiccups in the Minnesota series too. They're going to play him a couple more minutes, and they're going to see if they still have. And he's going to sit him. He's going to sit him very soon, actually. And then if the Heat doesn't come back, he'll get his 5 minutes on the bench. He'll get his 6 minutes of rest. So if he's not, he'll be sitting soon, I think. Spread.
Did they play Jimmy to the end, no matter what?
I don't think so. Because I think this game's done. You realize it. And game 4. Like I said, it's almost must win or nearly must, right? As close as it can be without being an elimination game. It feels like an elimination game to me on Friday night because you get down 3-1 and we got 2 of the last 3 in Denver, one of the toughest home courts in the NBA. The way Jokic is playing, Miami has to win on Friday night. And Jimmy's an older player. That's one of the things about regular season, Jimmy, right? It's the only reason, one of the reasons he only averaged 22 points a game. Spoelstra's very careful with them, and Jimmy's very defiant about, hey, I'm in my 30s. I play a hard style of basketball, right? He's not Klay Thompson just spotting up and shooting threes, right? And running from 3-point line to 3-point line, right? He's in there giving his body. So I think that Jimmy goes out probably the next big break. If they can't make a run before 5 minutes to go, I think that Jimmy goes out, and probably Bam too. And that's you use that time and you see if you can get another guy hot, right? Maybe you get Drew some confidence back. Let Gabe Vincent go. See if we can find that Caleb Martin from the Boston series. Do something, but really just get ready for the game 4, which is a de facto elimination game.
So speaking of game 4, let me ask you guys this. Does something like what Brown's doing here make you think about him getting more minutes on Friday? You know, you asked before about MPJ in the doghouse, right? I mean, he's 1 for 7. He's not out there when it matters. Would you be comfortable looking at some of the unders on Porter on Friday, thinking that maybe Brown has earned more minutes?
Yes, but I don't think that the books are going to throw out the same line that we were betting into today. So let's see how much they drop it. Because what was the point total tonight, Holden? Do you remember?
For who, Porter?
Yeah, was it 15
14,
and a half?
14 and a half.
It might drop to 10 or 11. You're getting to the spot where a couple 3-pointers and a couple free throws and you're going over. I don't know if Porter overs would be a way to go. What I'm curious is where will they put Brown's numbers if they put him up? I mean, they started putting Caleb Martin up, right? They had to, even though I didn't see him when I was doing props at the beginning of the playoffs. And he was one of my favorite props during the Boston series. That's a great question. I see Jimmy here getting in the lane. This Nuggets defense. And Holden, I talked about this on some of my shows today. I know overall Denver doesn't have the greatest defensive rating, but you sort by the last 6 minutes of the game, and they were number 1 in the league during the regular season. So this team can't clamp down.
Sucked the first 2 games
in the fourth quarter. Though. Yeah.
But
I mean, some of those, like Jimmy Butler's making shots with hands in his face. Some of those you don't blame the defense, and you just give the Heat credit for converting.
So is this where they take Jokic out? Because they still haven't done it so far. And you're staring at, 16 points with 6.5
he
left?
might just keep going.
I think they ride it for one more break here. Yeah. And then you just sit him for the rest of the game. But
unless they make a run
on what he's going to do so far. So
they make a run. He's playing the whole game then.
I don't think they're going to make a run.
Makes a little run.
I don't think they will.
Because he sat for a few minutes in the first half. He probably sat about 4 minutes if you look at it.
What's the current line right now?
On the
15,
game?
14
and a half. Total still under 200. Money line is down.
170. Spread. They scored 30 points in the last 6 minutes. You think they slow it down, Denver? Oh, he's not here. What do you think, Kush?
How much time we got? 7 minutes to go. 6.5 minutes to play. 30 points. I don't know why you'd mess with that now. Because you don't know if the Heat make a run, you're sunk. Or if the Heat don't make a run, you're sunk if you go over. And if they do, then you got a shot. I don't know. I'm not looking for a number right now.
Totally. By the way, Kush, you got a 1-0 Cardinals final of the Rangers.
So did my account.
Are you betting NASCAR, Kush? Like, honestly, what Coop and I are doing on Sundays is crazy, bro.
I can't sit around on Sundays, buddy. Wish I could.
I mean, then you hate money. Do you have that much money that you just hate money?
Beautiful girlfriend. I got kids.
I mean, does she pay you out like I do? No. And I bet you my tits are bigger. I bet you that too.
No, I bet you they're not.
40 pounds. What are you talking about, gang?
Yeah, but they're still like
yours are baggy and gross.
I could probably still wear a bra. I'm not gonna lie. I could probably still.
You need to just start sending out notifications when you're placing bets.
He does. Bro, on Twitter.
Go to my Twitter account and look at the pinned tweet, and go, all I do is post plays on Twitter. I set up a real time thing. Shoots right out.
I should try it out. A real-time thing?
Yeah.
Like you're
Shoots
never
right
going to
out.
get the same numbers that you're getting.
Pre-flop. You would have to watch the live show in order to get what's going on.
Pre-flop?
Live. Yeah, pre-flop.
But live bets, you are putting notifications out?
I'll shoot them out on Twitter, but I don't
okay.
have time. I don't have time to do it to using the app.
So are you giving it like anybody can see your picks on Twitter?
Yeah, I don't charge anybody anything.
Jokic is still in the game.
Jokic is still in the game. Murray's still in the game. Murray hasn't had any threes in the second half.
Yeah, I think Malone's just thinking we're going to get the job done. Our goal was to come into Miami and get one, and even I'm going to run these guys into the ground. And if we get blown out on Friday, so be it.
Dude, the Heat are making a run.
It's 7-0 run. It's down to 14, but
oh, this is hilarious. This has happened each of the last 2 games.
Murray
I don't
finally
know,
gets a bucket.
but I don't think there's a but. Like this just keeps happening, man. Nuggets got to get their shit together.
And Murray hit a bucket, quieted down. He's up to 26, but still only 4 points for Jamal in the second half.
Well, those odds makers pretty good. That algorithm is pretty good.
It's crazy how locked it is. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, that's all right. AI is going to come out and like even make it tougher. So,
Holden, I got good news for you. I do believe that was the 10th assist for the Joker.
Well, I will say this. I hope you're right.
I do believe.
Because I have him with 9 on the score. But if you saw it.
Yeah, I think so. And nice round numbers. 30, 20, and 10 for the Joker. This one.
Hard to do better than that.
All right, we got a triple double home. That's good.
And it's in 40 minutes right now too. 40, 30, 20, 10.
That's
40,
there you
30,
go.
20.
There you go.
Yeah, 30, 20, 10. He's so
now
it's
I'm
like,
telling you, watch them take him out now. Oh, it's 15.
You can't take him out now.
I think it's teased in now till 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, you can't take him out now. So
like I said, even if they lose game 4 by 17 points.
Doesn't matter. They got their split. They got home court advantage back.
Yeah. And hey, Jokic is one of the most sturdy guys in the league. If there's anyone that has the style that can play, 46 minutes or whatever and come back and still be efficient, it's him. And we talked about earlier, the players around Murray and Jokic have been rotated quite nicely. So it's not like he ran these other guys into the ground.
Right. That's where the Christian Brown minutes come in, right?
Yeah, it's so important here.
He's also
23 minutes. Porter 21 minutes.
Jokic is smooth as silk. Like he makes you think that you can actually go out there and do that because he makes it look like that easy.
Right, because I see guys doing it at the YMCA. With the same level of athleticism, right?
It's unbelievable how good the dude is.
I don't know how they let Lowry get that layup there. This is,
Brad, how you been doing with DFS? Did he treat you good this year?
I did all right. It wasn't as good as the year before. But I've been picking my spots. I haven't been playing every night. You know how it is. If you're not going to be in front of the computer around locked in the first hour or two of the game, I don't think it's worth it to enter a lineup in NBA. So I kind of like playing tennis DFS, although you don't have the same. At least I can make the lineup at any time after the prices have come out and feel pretty good about it. If I'm not, especially on those 2 a.m. locks or whatever, if I sleep through it, I'm not too worried.
Does Eagle lose the French, or you think she wins?
No, I think she wins. I think, and I saw Sign Collectible. I didn't answer earlier. I saw him talking. I think the tough match is that Alcaraz versus Djokovic match.
Yeah, the semis.
I tell you what, I've gone both ways. You catch me, depending on what time of day it is, I'll give you a different pick for that game. Sometimes Alcaraz is too young. He's the new Nadal. And then I'm like, I don't know. This form from Djokovic.
Sign took Djokovic, I think. I think he went with Joker in the matchup.
It's one of those ones. It's hard. Whoever you decide, it's kind of hard for me to argue with. I think you can.
So why don't you just take the over on the games? What do they hang, like 39.5 games or 42.5 games? If you think it's going to be a long one.
It's got to be 5.
Well, the difference between 39 and 42 is huge.
Sure.
Because
if you think
the difference between 39 and 42, you can't get a 6-2 or a 6-1 at all.
You think it goes the whole 5?
I really don't know. I think it's such a tough matchup. He says Joker was minus 250 versus Rasta last year, now plus 170 versus Alcaraz. It's hard. I don't know. I mean, Alcaraz is so much better than where Rafa was when you just look at the physical fitness and health. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people on Alcaraz, which is probably giving you some value on Djokovic.
You see, Svitolina didn't
shake hands.
With Sab.
Yeah.
They gave each other
a Ukraine-Russia
thumbs up.
thing, no, right? Isn't that a Ukraine-Russia thing?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about that? First of all, they did give each other a thumbs up. Second of all, the Ukrainian said that she wasn't going to shake anybody's hand from Russia. And third of all, the Russian girl actually is afraid that Putin's going to come get her because he spoke out. She spoke out against the war.
Yeah.
What do you mean she's afraid? What now?
What a clusterfuck. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want Putin.
Yeah, you can't. Like Daria Kasatkina, she can't go back to Russia ever again.
Yeah, you can't say it. Yeah.
She spoke out against Putin, and she's coming out as a lesbian. She's not allowed back in her country. She's going to live in Spain the rest of her life. I'm not joking around about this. I saw an interview, and it touched the heart. I mean, she's crying when they're asking her about it, you know, because they're like, you know, by doing this interview, the one where she came out, you know, by doing this, you're never going to be able to go home again. You know,
wait. The Russians got a thing against gay people?
Oh, you think?
Yeah, you can't come out.
Wait, but why can't, like, I get the whole, like, Putin's a fucking evil dude, but, like, you can't be gay either?
No.
Uh-uh.
It's so like there's Iran and then there's Russia. Like Russia's not as bad as they're not going to throw you off the top of a building on a semi-weekly basis, but maybe once in a while they will.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You thought they were a progressive community out there?
I thought they were like, you know, keg. Live and let live. You know
there's no live and let live there. No.
All right.
The chat is loving this.
You learned something new.
You even got Y2J to chat.
I did not know that.
Anything.
I did not know that.
Saudi Arabia, another.
I thought Putin was like, you know what? I fucking hate everybody in America, but if you want to be gay, do you? Like that's where I thought Putin.
No, because you're not.
You think "do you" has ever come out of that man's mouth?
Probably not.
Yes,
Actually,
do you? Take
Probably
shots.
not.
Do you?
Probably not.
Do you? The gay.
Yeah.
Do the gay.
Say it too, Bish.
Yeah.
That's how I would say it too.
All right, so
Where do
Bruce
you hang
Brown-
the team total for Miami in Game 4?
Bruce Brown and Jamal Murray. Neither one's hitting tonight.
101.5. I don't know.
I mean, it'll probably be higher, won't it? Because it'll probably be Denver -3 again, right?
Yeah.
Total will be like what, 214-ish?
Yeah.
You think they drop the total again?
I think they drop it a bit.
And I think Game 4 is going to go over. I think the zigzag on the totals is going to work.
Miami's going to have to. They're going to shoot it better. You would have to think, right? And like their 3-point shooting has really been the story of the series. You know, they defecate the mattress on it games 1 and 3. They're nowhere to be found.
So
They're
Miami
lights out
shot
in Game 2. That's how they hang.
Miami shot 9 for 29 from 3 tonight, and Denver shot 5 for 18 so far.
But it matters less.
But Denver's not predicated on
Right.
3-point shooting like Miami is.
You know, Miami is because they don't have the physicality, right? That's the only way they need. It's a make or miss league. They need to make these shots.
There's only 2 guys that can get buckets without it being an open 3 created by another person, and that's Butler and Adebayo. And even
Joker is not going to sit until like this game is 20 points or there's 10 seconds left.
He's got to come out now, right?
He's going to sit when he gets to the locker room. When he gets to the locker room.
Take him out in a 15-point game with 2 minutes left, and they're at
Michael
the line.
Malone is like, "Do you?" over here.
Yeah.
Is that what he's doing? Well, you do you.
Do you? Spoelstra's waving the white flag now, though. Here, at this, Bam's on the line. Spoelstra's got a bunch of guys checking in.
He still won't take Jokic out.
Had we not done this live show tonight, I would have never known about that. This is why I love this live show.
About what? Russia
About gay
or
rights in
basketball?
Russia?
I wouldn't have known Putin stands on the gays. Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm smarter than I was before we started the show.
And that's really what we're going for here, right?
That's how it makes me feel.
Jokic is still in.
I know. Next dead ball, he'll be out. Because Jimmy's
They
out
just
now.
had a dead ball.
Yeah, Jimmy's out. The next, that's it. He'll be out next dead ball or foul.
Yeah, but at that point, there's going to be like 50 seconds left, so it's not.
Yeah, I'll
even
get a
matter.
couple minutes of rest. Or Malone's just like, YOLO, let's just fucking play the rest of the game. Who cares?
Maybe at this
Get
point.
him out of there already.
Yeah, they sat Bam. Miami's already waved the white flag here.
How's the weather out? How's the sky out there, boys? You guys
Oh,
joking
God.
Orange.
End of days.
It's
Apocalyptic.
crazy.
It's wild.
Honestly, it's like what spread deals with every year with the
Yeah.
California
Summer,
wildfire.
yet? We deal with it out here. We had this like 2 weeks ago from Canada.
It's nuts.
Fucking
man.
awful. Yeah,
It
it's not-
literally
This plus 8.5 is live.
That's what I was just going to say. That's what I was just going to say. It's a 10-point game with a minute and a half. We got a chance.
Well, I took
Here
it
you
at
go.
12. I'm glad I hit it now. I thought I was like,
I mean, it's a
yeah,
10-point game here.
good. That'd be amazing.
honestly,
we got something to
Kush,
sweat.
I don't know how many miles away I am from the Canadian border. I'm gonna go with about 1,000, maybe. I don't know.
No,
But it-
way.
no, you're not
Less than
1,000
that,
miles
but
from
it's
How
Canada.
many?
It's more like
200
how
miles.
many? It's 1,600 miles for me to get from here to Miami. So I don't know, like, go if I went down.
700 at the
No.
most. No, you go to Buffalo. How far are you from Buffalo?
No,
No,
I'm
I
saying
can drive. We
If
can
if
drive
we
there.
went down,
Syracuse.
it takes you about 22 hours straight way through to get to Miami.
But that's
Driving
the wrong
straight
way,
from our
Kay.
area,
You're
Kay.
going the other way.
Right.
No, I know
Going
I'm going up. I know we're going up. I know.
It's like an
I'm just
8-hour
trying
drive.
to. How
It's
long?
like an 8-hour drive.
All right,
At the
so
most.
8 hours is how many miles? 800? How many miles is that?
Well, if you're going 100 miles an hour, it is.
I bet
All right,
you
so
could get
more
to the
than-
border
more
in
than 800.
less
more
than
than
6
800.
hours.
Yeah, I
less
think
than
you're
6
really
hours. I'm
close.
telling you right now. I'm telling you. I'm going to go do
All
it.
right,
Where are
well,
you? You're in
listen,
Jersey, right?
However far away we are from Canada, if I open my window, it smells like there is a house burning in my cul-de-sac. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
crazy. That's how crazy it is.
Oh, yeah.
But it's happening in Canada.
Hey, dude, are you in Jersey City? Jersey
Yeah, I'm
City.
in Jersey shits.
Close
I'm-
enough to do that.
371 miles to Buffalo. All right. So
All right.
you're very close to Canada.
All right. Well, so we're about 400 miles away, basically.
Something like that.
I mean,
And
that's a
it's
good estimate.
and it's literally like the house next door to
Right.
me.
We're splitting
It's
hairs.
just
It's a long ass way for this fucking smoke.
You're a
and these
fucking mess. I
wildfires
forgot how
to
big of a
truly be
disaster
impacting
you
my
were, Keg.
asthma here
Why
on a
do I
random
have-
fucking Wednesday?
I mean, you thought Russia was the center of the gay community around the world. You think that Canada's south of you by 2,000 miles.
I did not think it was south.
You're a
I was
fucking
just-
mess, dude.
I was going distance.
You
I was
are-
going.
You are a complete mess. North,
No.
Canada's north.
I need a Caleb Martin 3 here. Let's go.
That-
Let's
first
get
of all,
this
Kush.
back into single digits.
Canada
First of all,
north.
Kush, you miss me, bro. All right.
Duncan
Don't-
Robinson.
Duncan
Bang!
Robinson, though, just cut it
Bang!
to a fucking 9-point game.
Let's go. If I wind up losing this by the hook because I got 8.5 live,
Dude, that's a foul on Murray,
It
too.
is.
They're going to have the ball
they're calling
again.
it on Murray. Let's go. Let's go.
Just cover this 12.5, guys. That's all I care. That's all I care about.
Let's go.
Oh, you got him right in the face.
I think
Yeah,
you're
no,
good
no.
on the 12.5 because Miami will shoot their last possession and Denver probably wouldn't. Denver
We'll
will probably
see.
go out.
Right. Denver will walk it out. Yeah. But this is the possession right here.
Nah.
I
All
forgot.
right, now
how much-
they're not gonna foul. You fouled him, you fucking dumbass. Get this game over with. Let's go.
No, they fouled.
I forgot how much of a mess you were. That's not nice.
I do.
That's just not nice.
Well, I mean,
I'm with you,
again,
Philly.
okay,
Plus 8.5. Let's go.
thinking that Vladimir Putin was a champion of same-sex.
I didn't know,
relations
man.
is-
I didn't know.
I
There was like some.
haven't heard a
female
worse
in
take
Russia,
in
wasn't
years. Years.
I thought Brittany Griner was in jail because of
What's
the
the
vaping.
Ayatollah is a staunch Catholic. Keg.
I mean, Spread, you see how I get treated, Spread? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Kim Jong-un, ally.
All right, let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. All right.
Oh, shoot that, Caleb. Ugh.
Oh no, it's 11. No, stop fouling them. You don't need to foul these guys. Oh, come on. I can't believe I'm sweating the rest of this fucking game out here. Stupid.
Hey,
When's your
Keg, it
next
looks like
live
Jokic is gonna
broadcast,
lead the
huh?
game.
So my
32
plan is to bribe Dane and Kushner to do a MLB live show once a week. I don't ask for much, Kush. Once a week, bro. Come on. I don't ask for
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I don't ask for much.
Joseph Stalin, capitalist.
No.
Capitalist. and founding member of the Democratic Party.
Jesus.
Sure.
Joseph Stalin, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what that Karl Marx book was about, right?
Is that it's all about?
The free market system.
Free market system? Yes.
Sure.
Listen, you can make
What
fun
is
of me
Dwayne
all
Wade
you-
wearing? I hope your feeds catch up.
It looks
What
comfy.
is
It looks
Dwayne
comfy,
Wade wearing?
Dan.
Vladimir
He has
Putin,
waffle.
I mean, he would get executed in Russia for wearing that, right?
He would get executed in Russia for that. Correct.
What's going on?
Putin would say, "Who is his boyfriend?" Then kill him. That'd be it.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, what is that?
Putin's the
Is
worst.
Is that knitted?
That's what I'm telling you.
It's
It
beautiful.
looks like a
I like
doily or
it.
something.
I like it.
No, you don't.
All right.
Yeah.
So I got to see
I
you rocking
seriously,
that
if I
next
was in
time
my
around.
20s, I'd have worn it. I would have wore something like that.
My
The tan-
grandmother wore that to bingo. Literally.
to
literally.
Little Horn? Little Horn?
Bingo.
Oh, Big Go. Okay, bingo.
Bingo.
So
Yeah.
you're like, it would have been funnier if you did say like Little Bighorn. I was gonna go, wow, she's old.
No, she
That's
would
her-
go to the local boys and girls club to play bingo, and she would be wearing something like that.
Rocking Dwayne Wade's outfit.
Yes.
No, Y2J is right. Dwayne Wade does need to keep his family away from Russia. We should all stay away from Russia. There's no reason to go there.
Yeah, it's not a good
Okay.
place.
Just don't go.
It's not a good place.
By the way, guys, Jamal Murray just got to 32 points over the 31.5 we saw at halftime.
Wow.
But
Just got
still,
over it.
he still doesn't have as much as Jokic, right?
They're tied now. They would chop that. They would chop
Michael
that.
Cohen,
They both have
Genghis
32.
Khan, human rights. It's a good
Oh,
one.
fuck
It's
you,
a good one,
Maddie.
Cohen.
Yeah, fuck you, Maddie, man. So you would have got paid out on that 4-1. At least you would have chopped
You would
it.
have got it as 2-1 though, I think.
Yeah.
Would you, or do they
They would
just say
split it.
no because he's not the leading scorer?
Well, he would be tied. to
I
the
think they
leading
tie it.
scorer.
They tie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I bet first round leader in the PGA a lot, and then when like 6 guys wind up -5 after one round, they chop it.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter. He's going to the line now to fuck.
Murray is.
God damn it.
There you go. You're right.
Fuck. That's
Haslam's coming in. Yay. Good for Haslam.
They're getting UD some minutes in this one. How about that?
Why are we still fouling? That 12 and a half's gone, by the way. This is this is just stupid.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Well, I
did
was
sneak
wrong.
over
I thought in the
31.
double-digit game, we
Live
wouldn't
betting,
fall our
not
way to
good
the
night
over.
for Kush the Mush live betting. Didn't work out.
That
too
would
well
hit
for
out
me.
the over 200 too, right? They're at 202 now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I can't
It's not
believe
the
that.
dead
Yes.
heat. It's not
Yes.
the dead heat rule anymore, by the way. You cash that 400, anybody that took it. Fuck me.
And Murray gets over the 31.5. Well, it doesn't matter. Murray's at 34. Jokic is at 32. So the Murray one hits. And he gets over the points, but he doesn't get the
Shoot it.
threes.
Shoot a three.
I should have
Shoot.
pulled
And by the way,
Yeah.
Gordon wound up with 10 boards, so we nailed that one. Jokic, 21 boards, so we got that one.
I'm rusty. I should have hit that. I don't think
Come
he
on,
knows.
hit this three. Oh. All right.
And that'll do it.
Well, at least it was fun.
Oh yeah, we learned we taught Keg about Russia.
I didn't learn shit. Our buddy
learned-
learned geography and
I learned a lot.
politics and
Yeah. We should do this again sometime.
should do game. I don't know.
Game 4 is Friday. Game 5 is Monday.
Can't
Yeah.
do game Friday night. I have the NASCAR podcast, but any other game that you guys want to do, Saturday and Sunday we have the UFC.
Oh,
and
that's
NASCAR.
a great point. Corey H. Jamal Murray got a triple-double.
They
in this
had
game
double,
also.
triple doubles.
Wow.
Really?
I saw that number too. I looked at that. Yeah. They both got triple doubles.
When is
Murray,
game 5?
34, 10, and 10. Game 5 is Monday night.
Is anybody free on Monday night?
I
Spread
don't
you around
know.
on Monday?
I'll see if I can.
I'll hit you up, Keg.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
just
let you
me
know on that one. That one might be rough for me because I'm probably going to miss Friday night too, and I do need to get in there a little bit.
Yeah, no worries. We'll figure it out.
The Jamal
But
Murray.
if it gets to a game 6, I'll probably take off for that one. Game 6 will be what, next Thursday?
Yeah. All right, boys. Listen, I'm heading out of here. It was great to see you all. Dane, good to catch up, pal. It's been a long
Yeah,
time.
man.
Spread as
Sure.
always. Keg, good
Seeing you, Holden.
to remind myself just how lucky I am.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay.
And
All
yes,
right. Bye.
you're a handsome gentleman. I love you.
No,
Enjoy
you
your-
Answer
Yeah.
one thing that we thought about real quick, and then I'm going to hop also. They're already hanging game 4. 3.5 for Denver. 210.5 is the total. So they dropped it a
Over.
couple more points.
Over. Miami's going to shoot a lot better.
They're going to shoot better. They're going to
And
shoot better.
you know what I want to bet right now almost too? Miami first quarter.
Yep.
They're
And I'd
going
be
to come out
interested.
on fire.
Yep. And I want to see what the props are for the threes for some of these guys that defecated the mattress today.
Yeah. I think game 4 is going to be a lot of fun. I like that over. I think the player props are going to be a lot more profitable.
Yep.
I think that zigzag is in full effect. I mean, it's probably in full effect on the side too. I would be surprised to see
A closer
Miami
game.
come back and win this game. Great performance by Denver tonight, though. I think they really held strong there in the fourth quarter when they could have, given the Heat some life. And I think that they got to walk in that locker room feeling pretty good about themselves, and it's almost like they're free rolling, right?
Yeah. At this point, and I got to tell you, Malone lays into them after game 2, and then, like we're saying, he had Jokic out there. They broke their normal patterns, right?
Yeah.
They had Jokic out there, just like we said in the chat. We were noticing it in the fourth quarter. They kept their foot to the gas pedal, didn't take Jokic out at all, didn't allow Miami to get that run in the fourth quarter like they had in game 1 and 2. So I actually think there's a good coaching move by Malone to make sure, they choked the life out of Miami when they did early fourth.
Yeah, a great call because I thought Miami had a good chance to make a run there
Yeah.
because I expected Jokic to come out at the beginning of the fourth, and he didn't even give him that opportunity. We talked about the zone. He didn't even have a chance to run it.
It didn't. You're right. But, I mean, you're not going to lose many games when you have 2 players get triple doubles.
Yeah.
Spread before
Especially when
we
you only had 100 something points. I mean, if they have 140 points, right? It's one thing, but
before we get out of here, is there anything that you're on tomorrow for the French Open that is worth giving out?
No, I don't have anything, but I do like Mahova. Y2J is asking in the chat. I do think she's got a shot. I'm not brave enough to take the money line, but I do like the +4.5 there. I think she keeps it close, or I can see Sabalenka even tanking a set if she gets down a break. Where Sabalenka wins 2 easy sets, but Muhova gets a 6-1 there in the middle. So I like Muhova +4.5. Probably is my favorite play for tomorrow.
All right, boys, we're out of here. Quickly, you will see Dane on this YouTube channel again. You will see Kushner more often. Spread, I'll definitely get on here more often once football season starts. And then you'll see me on Friday for NASCAR. And then Saturday and Sunday, we have the UFC and NASCAR. So we will see you guys soon. And other than that, we're out of here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We will see you guys.
Fun. Hope you cashed.
Yep. Later.